everybody. So, for those of you who don't know, when my son Marshall was 7 months old, he was diagnosed with cancer, stage 4 neuroblastoma. He's 18 now, he's doing fine. He has a few very mild late-term side effects from some of the chemotherapy he received. Well, I kind of wanted to talk about that for a minute. I would like to do a series of videos on, being a parent of a very young child with cancer. So if there are any questions or anything, please let me know. That doesn't mean I will know the answer. I'm not like one of those cancer moms that thinks she knows everything just because her kid had cancer. There are a lot of those out there. But yeah, so Marshall, let me tell you a little bit about it. Marshall, the whole time I was pregnant, I was like, just something's wrong. Something's not right. But they said, oh no, that's just your first pregnancy. Everything's gonna worry you. So I'm like, fine. So when he was born, a few months later, I was like, just getting his follow-up care and stuff. I'm like, there's just something wrong. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? I'm like, I just feel like something's wrong. And they were like, oh, you're a new mom. You've never had a baby before. It's just, this is natural for you to feel like there's something wrong. He's fine. So it's time for his 6-month checkup. And again, they were like, oh, he's fine, doing great. So a couple weeks later, I'm feeding him, and I go to pick him up, and I feel this huge bump on his side. Huge. That was not there earlier. Like even days earlier. Or not that I noticed. So, and I actually think that the night before I felt something in there and asked Eric to feel, and he was feeling it, but he's like, there's something there, but I'm not sure. But I just was like, I remember I was awake that whole night, and then after I fed him, he spit up. And I'm like, this is just not right. So I called his doctor, and I didn't drive at the time. I didn't start driving until I was like 30 years old. But I called his godmother, Heather, and I said, something is up with Marshall, and I don't have a way to get to his doctor. Would you mind giving us a ride? And she didn't mind, so she came and got us and took me. And they immediately took him back because also he was developing like a black eye right under here. It was very strange. Well, the doctor was feeling around, and she was like, it's so weird because I just examined him and there was nothing here, I promise you. And so she sent us to one. We also were between insurances. We didn't have insurance. And it's like, oh, this is just perfect that this would happen right now. So we were sent to like the community hospital. To make a long story short, because it was a nightmare, they sent us to the children's hospital and immediately admitted him. They didn't even send him to the ER or anything. And it was, I think, that night some interns came in to talk to us, and they said the oncologist, and I realize now, I didn't realize at the time, we were on the 5th floor. The 5th floor is the pediatric oncology floor. I didn't know what oncology was. But I knew after that, and I asked the guy, what is an oncologist? And he looked down and said it was a cancer doctor, like he didn't want to tell me. So my sister was there, and so she explained it to me. Well, he's a cancer doctor. And I'm like, why didn't he just say that? And then I'm like, wait, he doesn't have cancer. Marshall doesn't have cancer. Yeah, he had cancer. So, and I was fine. I was holding, I say I was holding it together. Really, I was completely freaking out. I wasn't sleeping. I stayed at that hospital the entire time he was there. And the doctor finally came in and said, okay, well, we got all his results back. They did everything to him. And they did a bone marrow biopsy and everything. And they were like, it's neuroblastoma. It's stage 4. They set us up in some meetings with people that were going to go over what they call the roadmap for his care. And it was just so much information to collect. But a big mistake I made was they didn't start treatment for several weeks. A big mistake I made was when they sent us home for a few days, I get on the internet and just start looking up neuroblastoma. Big mistake. Don't do that, because it just scared me crapless. And I mean, it was terrible, terrible news. So, but the doctor said, well, the reason we are diagnosing him as stage 4 is because he's under a year old, so he's in a very high risk group. So it was really bad. It was a bad time. But this kid, man, he didn't know he was supposed to be sick. These babies don't know they're supposed to be sick. And every time we went to the hospital, it was like a party for the kids. And I didn't want to be somber and sad all the time. I wanted to enjoy his life, because none of us know how long any of us has. And these kids are all at this high risk. I'm like, let them have fun. So, I mean, every time we went to the hospital, it was a party. It was just really a party for him, and a lot of the things that happen, he doesn't remember perfectly, but he can tell you little details about things he remembers and stuff. So, I don't know if it's from hearing me talk. All right, well, sorry to cut this short right here. I just wanted to talk about that a little bit, because I am going to try and start a kind of like a vlog, or maybe helpful or informational videos about having a child with cancer. I will try. All I can say is I'll try, and I'll do my best. And I think I've said that before, but we'll just see what happens. He's fine now. He's very healthy. He does have some high frequency hearing loss, and his growth is just a little stunted. I mean, he's taller than me, so I'm not too concerned. You know, he does have some dental issues because of the chemo, but that's going to be dealt with. It's not cavities or anything painful. He's just has some late developing teeth. So, but that's it for that. I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. I have to go run into work. But thank you so much for watching, and please let me know if there are any topics or anything you think I should cover. You know, I'll research it and see what I can throw out there that might be helpful or whatever. I don't know. I'm just kind of flying right now. So I will talk to all of you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.